The image shows oil reserves and gas production by country. The x-axis represents different countries which include Russia, Saudi Arabia, USA countries, Iran, Canada. In the left side of the picture, there are also some countings which include 0, 100, 200, 300, 400. Oil reserves are present in the left side of the picture, whereas 3000 pictures are present in the picture in the left side of the picture. In the right side of the picture, there are also some countings which include minus 50, minus 45, minus 40. Gas production billion cubic meters are present in the right side of the picture. There is a black line in the picture.
Combination of line graph and bar graph represent the facts about oil reserve and the gas production by country. The data has been calibrated in the form of numbers. Firstly, the x-axis show the detail about such as words such as Russia, South Arabia, USA, Iran, Canada, and so on. And the y-axis show the detail about numbers such as 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and so on. The in case bar graph, the highest data is covered by USA, which is around 500, and the lowest data is covered by Russia, which is around 300. To sum up the variation of the combination of line graph and bar graph displayed the information about oil reserve and gas production by countries.
The Lanagabs gives information gas and well about well rivers and gas production by country. And first of all, I can see five country name in here: Russia, Saudi Arabia, USA, Iran, and Canada. And another site well research percentage in here less than 0 to 100 to 200, 300, 400, and 500. And another in here gas production less than minus 25 IB to minus 13 to minus 13 5 minus 14 minus 14 5 to 15. And very increase in here USA for oil rivers the percentage is 500. And second position in here Saudi Arabia and Canada the percentage is 400. And very less than in here Russia and Iran the percentage is 300. Most demanding for USA.
Oil reserve and gas production by country is the main topic of the image. The image is a combination of line chart and bar chart. The x-axis contain countries such as Russia, Saudi Arabia, USA, Iran, and Canada, while the y-axis contains two factors. One is a gas production in billions, whereas the other factor is oil reserve, which varies from 0 to 500. It is evident the maximum value is for the USA, which is almost 500 for the oil reserve, whereas the minimum value is for the Iran, which is almost 50, and also showing the 25 for the gas production. On addition to that, Russia containing the value of 300, whereas Saudi Arabia containing the value of.
The image is a combination of bar chart and line chart. It provides us information about oil reserves and gas production by country. It presents several important data such as oil reserves in million barrels, while different countries is also shown like Russia and Saudi Arabia. The highest value is seen in USA while the lowest value is seen in Russia. In conclusion, this image provides us information about relevant.
The following graph gives information about oil reserve and gas production by country. According to the graph, but for oil reserves, in Saudi Arabia, the value is around 450. For Iran, the value is lower, which is 350. According to the graph, the highest figure for USA for a value of 500, while the lowest one for Iran with a value of around 20. To sum up, this graph tells about gas and oil.
The topic of the picture is about oil reserves and gas production by country. From the picture, we can see the highest number in USA at 500. We also notice the second largest number in Saudi Arabia at 420, and the smallest number can be found in Russia at 300. In conclusion, oil reserves and gas production by country is very informative.
The graphs gives information about oil reserves and gas production by country. According to the picture, I can see that Russia has 300 million oil reserves and Saudi Arabia has 420 millions. From the graph, the USA has 500 oil reserves, which is the highest. Moreover, in gas production, the highest value is in the USA, around 55, and the lowest one is in Iran, which is just at 25. Lastly, Canada has the gas production at 35. To sum up, the graph tells about the oil reserves and gas production.
This picture gives information about oil reserves and gas production by country. The vertical axis shows oil reservation and gas production. However, the horizontal one shows different countries. The highest production for oil and gas is for USA. However, the lowest production for gas is Iran, and the lowest for oil reservation is for Russia. Finally, I can see Canada and Saudi Arabia.
The picture shows an overview of oil reserves and gas production by country and measured by million barrels. According to the line chart, we can see that it is a fluctuation and a decreased tendency from Russia to Canada. And according to the bar chart, it is a largest portion belong to USA countries, which is 500 billion, and in contrast, there is a smallest portion belong to Russia, which is 300 million. And in conclusion, it can be said that there is a significant gap between these countries.
This photo gives information about oil reserves and gas production by country. It also shows different countries, such as Canada and Iran. In addition to this information, the maximum number is around 500, which is related to the US country. However, the minimum number is for Russia, which is around 300. The main color of the photo is white, however, black and blue are also shown. The interconnection between each part is very important.
This bar chart shows information about oil reserves and gas production by country. There are 6 countries: Russia, Saudi Arabia, USA countries, Iran, and Canada. There are different values. In US, the value of oil reserves is around 500, and in Iran, the value is around 3,500. Also, in Canada, we can see the number is around 4,500, and the lowest one is related to Russia, and the number is around 3,000. In the gas production, there is a
The image gives the information about oil reserves and gas production by country. It can be observed at some countries such as Russia, Saudi Arabia, USA, Iran, and Canada. It shows some numbers such as 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. There are some categories such as oil reserves and gas production. The highest value is 500 covered by oil reserves in USA, and the lowest value is 50% covered by Iran and gas production. Overall, the picture gives the information about oil reserves and gas production by country.